It's a Western Conference battle here at the Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles as the Lakers look to work home court advantage. And get ready for another dose of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. And kind of rare, a battle of the pivot men tonight, Clark. What are some of the traditional things a center you think can still do to help his team win in this era of basketball?
Well, I think there are a number of things. One, you think about taking up space at both ends, being a rim protector defensively, and also quarterbacking the defense from behind the perimeter defenders is one way. And then on the offensive end, banging that glass, setting solid screens, again, using size to take up space and put pressure on the defense.
There'll always be room for the big man in this game, though, don't you think?
Oh, I don't think there's any question about it. His role changes, what all he does changes, but some of the basics never go out of style.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then it's Montrezl Harrell, and it's ABC, and it's George in at the 3 spot. That's tipped, and the foul called on Anthony Davis. That's his first foul. Clippers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Beverley, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And Patrick Beverley last season excited for a bigger role on the Clippers, but knee surgery wiped out his season.
Yeah, and he's in the final year of his contract, Kevin. A lot at stake as he hopes to earn a significant raise from a salary that's been one of the league's best bargains.
The first free throw is good.
And you know, Beverley is easily one of the most tenacious defenders in the league. An absolute pest of epic proportion. Love his energy.
James looking it over. Pass to Davis. And stolen by Harrell. Here's Leonard, and then Leonard with the dunk.
And Leonard enjoys jamming it home, Kevin. Got to keep him as far away from the hoop as possible.
James against George. James finds Davis, and Davis throws it down.
Yeah, and in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Pass to Harrell. Looking for George. He gets it there.
Boy, George has major hops. I mean, this guy just gets up big time for these throwdowns.
We'll go to David Aldridge, who spoke with head coach Doc Rivers. What's the news, David?
Well, guys, he said he's expecting his defense on the interior to be important. He said we can protect the rim with our shot blocking. We want to keep them outside of the paint, but if they get inside, our ability to deny can come in handy tonight. Kevin, we'll see if he's right. Back to you.
David, thank you. Do you think that's the right approach, guys?
I don't think it's ever wrong to focus on defense first. It sets a tone that can last for an entire game.
Yeah, that's the most surefire approach to use, guys. I mean, because they don't want to get into a shootout today. I mean, if this becomes a defensive battle, they'd really enjoy that.
And here is Los Angeles now, after Los Angeles picked up 3 with their last shot. Leonard, no luck.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Not much else you can do there. I mean, that's what you want. Too bad they weren't able to finish it off.
And you got to stay in front of James. Effective at getting around the defense when he's driving.
And so Beverley will bring it up for Los Angeles. The pass to Leonard over Green, and Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Beverley. Leonard's got his second basket of the game.
Love the unselfishness of Beverley. I mean, when he sees a teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
And a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Clippers lead by 2. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Clippers?
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Green is out there with Rajon Rondo, and it's Davis in at the 5. Home in the paint. That's the group for the Lakers to start the second quarter. The Clippers in the past few seasons, Greg, have completely overhauled their roster. They are making some serious changes here.
Practically nobody from the team 2 years ago is still with the franchise. It was a complete teardown, and they felt they needed to hit the reboot button. Jerry West knows what he's doing, though, and he's done this before with great success. How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
Boy, it does your heart good to see that kind of determination in a player. Really excellent focus that time.
One thing you can say about Green, I don't know of too many players who are as dependent on their three-point shot as he is. He needs that shot to be falling for him to make an impact. And then the young fella busts out the slick move inside to get open for the jam.
Greg, that was sick and slick. The D had no chance.
Yeah, he was one step ahead of him the entire way.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Clark, if you need to win a Game 7, and you can't have KD or LeBron, but you can have any other one player in the league, who would you pick?
Wow, you can't have either one of those guys.
How do you like that question?
There's a great list. Harden, Curry, Kyrie Irving, Kawhi Leonard when healthy. I think you'd have to throw Russell Westbrook in there, too, for a one-game situation where he could just go with the abandon he goes with. But I think I'm going to hang my hat with Kyrie Irving since he was part of bringing the championship to the Cavs a couple of years ago, my hometown. Boy, the defense had gone to sleep, so you got to knock that one down.
The shot by LeBron, no good.
That's smothering defense. Chicken and gravy defense, not giving him an inch there. That's how you guard the inside. Yes, sir.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Here's Leonard.
And the aggressive attitude of Davis on D makes him such a tough matchup. He's not going to give his man an inch of breathing room, and that was the difference on that possession.
Los Angeles shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And talking about last season, this team hit just 74% of their free throws. I'm sure they were hoping for better than that.
Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Harkless. Rondo kicks to Kuzma. Five on the clock. There's Green with the 3. Here's Davis, and it's slammed in by Davis.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways, and that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
And the Clippers have possession after the basket by the Lakers. Los Angeles with another miss. James, the pass to Kuzma, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
You know, when Kuzma plays with that kind of tenacity, he's going to make defenders fouling. He's a real force in this league, folks.
That free throw, no good. A different look for the Clippers. ABC comes in for Ivica Zubac, and Rodney McGruder's subbed in for Leonard, and he's good on the second. The Clippers trail. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock.
And they are going toe-to-toe here tonight, guys. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
Yeah, these teams evenly matched, Greg, trading hits and refusing to give up any advantage.
Pass to ABC. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
And so it's tied as we head to halftime. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks so much. Kawhi, you seem to be so at ease out there. How much is that helping your game?
It's helping me out a lot. Just coming in the game relaxed, just with more intensity. I mean, my teammates are getting me involved on the offensive end. I'm playing great on defense. We just got to keep it up second half and not let it up.
Hey, Kawhi, thank you very much for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Green's a neighbor. A competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. Durich, they trailed by 7, never falling behind too far. If you look at the second quarter scoring, they had a small edge. They really hung tough as we got close to halftime. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny. That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. We have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
His points production thus far off the charts. It's only been 2 quarters. Just a great effort for him for the entire half.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter where he is on the floor either, Greg. He's making it look very easy. He's looking to score the ball.
Heading underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Paul George is out there with ABC. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And Harrell's in at the center position. James with a deep 3. Trying to impact, but that 3 is off the mark. And Greg, what else is there to say about LeBron? One of the best to ever play the game.
I mean, he's been the face of the league for so long, and he's done a tremendous justice to that title. Has always played with so many expectations and really has met every single one of them. It's a once-in-a-lifetime chance to see a guy like LeBron in the NBA, and he's truly been a generational talent.
And here's Leonard, following the three-pointer by Anthony Davis. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. It's tipped. Back to Green. Pass to Davis. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell. Mark, when you played some tremendous talent at the forward position, as you go back in your Rolodex, who was the toughest matchup for you?
Well, I look at some of the names of guys that I played against. Mark Aguirre, Larry Bird, obviously Kevin McHale in Boston. Calvin Nat was terrific with Portland at the time. Marcus Johnson in Milwaukee. Bernard King in New York probably was the toughest guy I had to deal with because he was such an animal and beast as a scorer and was relentless in his movement without the ball. He was probably the hardest guy I had to check.
Boy, some great names there.
Yeah, big-time scores at that forward position.
Here's James. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. And it's Rondo in the corner. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, the Clippers have hit the reset button, and you wonder how that affects their head coach, Doc Rivers. Now, he seemed reluctant to lead a rebuild with the Celtics, but he's on board doing it with the Clippers. Even though the Clippers relieved him of his title of president of basketball operations in 2017, Rivers has just signed a new extension that will keep him coaching the team for the next few years. Kevin?
Well, if nothing else, DA, he has guided them through some pretty dark hours. Thank you. 2-for-1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
Rondo kicks to LeBron. Knocks it loose. Green up on top. 5 to shoot. Pass to Rondo. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Rondo's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Leonard against Green. Leonard with the ball. Over Green. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. 16 points for Leonard. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. The Clippers on top, leading by 3. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Rajon Rondo is out there with Green, and it's Davis in at the center. That's the Laker 5. Now here's LeBron. Tipped away. Rondo against Williams. Now Harrell to the paint. Here's George. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on LeBron James.
I like the intensity that George plays with down inside. It's really what earns him a lot of these calls.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
And both free throws good for Paul George.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Timeout called the Lakers.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Yeah, there's no reason why they should be scoring at will down there easily as they have. I mean, they've got to be more aggressive inside.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Frank Vogel talk to his team during the break. He said, guys, we need to play with pace, and that'll get us some early fast break opportunities. We're playing way too predictable right now.
LeBron's shot is good.
Man, it's so good to see LeBron James rise up with confidence from deep. That's a part of his game that he continues to improve on, and it's actually become quite efficient.
Now here's Harrell. Williams looking over the floor. Shot clock at 6. Bullseye. And the Clippers lead by 6.
Kevin loved the decision-making here. I mean, Sweet Lou knows he can beat his guy to the spot and then takes it strong.
Here's Davis, and finished off by Davis.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
Now, here's Kuzma, following the miss by Lou Williams. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
Oh, that certainly could be costly. In a close one, those kinds of mistakes can really give the other team momentum.
Clippers leading by 4. Here's Leonard. Count it. And with that basket, he's now 9 of 15 from the floor.
Yeah, and from mid-range, Leonard's jump shot is money. It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble or catch and shoot. He never loses his touch.
Now, here's Kuzma. Fade away. Yes! And now they trail by just 4.
Kyle Kuzma, a man you can trust in the clutch. Big spots, big shots.
Beverly against Rondo. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. A wide open look here for Kuzma. It's in! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Now, that is cold-blooded.
Indeed it is. Love seeing him deliver when they need him most. No fear taking these shots. I love it. Boy, it's a scary sight when Kawhi Leonard starts lighting it up like this.
And the Lakers call time here. They're down by 3. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
You know, you'd love to be able to clear space and get that triple, but you can also do the 2 with a quick foul.
Exactly. You're right on top of it, Greg. No need to chuck up a 3. Just be smart and get a quality shot.
LeBron outside. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
Boy, they're having major trouble dealing with LeBron.
Los Angeles calls timeout. against Leonard. That will count. Oh, and he had a chance to win it right there, but couldn't get it to fall. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. We've got more NBA. These teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast. It'll be Los Angeles off the tip. And away we go here with post-regulation basketball. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. Setting the floor for the Clippers. We've got Patrick Beverly. ABC is out there with Harold. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the small forward. He hits the first one, and that gives them the lead.
Kyle Kuzma is a guy who burst on the scene during his rookie year and is a fun player to watch. He's a guy that really has an outstanding all-around game.
Yeah, disappointing not to convert all of them, but he did get the one to give them the lead. Just a hard-fought battle, and neither team able to create any distance.
Yeah, keeping things interesting, and that's how we like it as broadcasters. I mean, you feel that one of these teams, though, is going to go on the run quite soon.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's the first, and that will put them up by 2. Williams, he's checked in for Leonard. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
Needed those and got them. Terrific job at the line under pressure.
Here's LeBron. Buries it down low.
Man, you got to respect and appreciate how polished LeBron is inside. I mean, he really excels at creating opportunities for himself close to the rim.
And the pass to ABC. Passes it to Beverly. 5 on the clock. From deep, George. The shot comes out. Good D by LeBron. And Los Angeles guys shooting a mind-boggling 79% off the floor. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. It's a 1-point game. It's Williams with the drive. Feeds to Harold. It's stolen by Davis. Here we go, one-on-one. Now, here's Kuzma. He's guarded closely. Lakers passing it around. 6 to shoot. From deep. No good on that one. And the Clippers will come the other way. And that's an intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
And if you want to talk about the best two-way players in the NBA, George's name would be high on the list for sure. I mean, that's the kind of presence he has at both ends of the court.
And the Lakers call time here. They trail by 3. 23 seconds left in the first overtime. What's your take, guys?
You know, you'd love to be able to clear space and get that triple, but you can also do the 2 with a quick foul.
Exactly. You're right on top of it, Greg. No need to chuck up a 3. Just be smart and get a quality shot.
James against George. Shoots the 3. Buries the triple. A tremendous 3 to tie it up.
And just unreal decision-making from James. An unguardable player in the pick and roll.
And so now a timeout called by Doc Rivers. And it's the Clippers with the ball. Leonard, that's for 2. Oh, and he had a chance to win it right there, but couldn't get it to fall. And so we are tied again at the end of overtime. Now we're headed to overtime number 2. Live from the Staples Center. And as we play on into another overtime, you know these teams must be wearing down. It's become a battle of attrition. So it's the Clippers now. Leonard on the wing. over Green. That one off the back iron and out. Floats it up for James. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Exactly. Can't play it any better than that, Greg. Nothing's going his way since the horn. I mean, looks like he used up all his mates in the last quarter.
And Davis, here we go. James trying to free himself up. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Nice to see how easy he takes over games. Makes it look elementary. I mean, that's why they feed him the rock so much. He's got ice water in his veins, fellas. No way he's going to miss from the line when the game's still hanging in the balance. I've seen him make too many in this situation.
Pass to Harrell. Yes! And the foul. That one on Davis.
And guys on defense gasping for air at this point.
Well, I'll tell you what, Greg, what can they do? I mean, nobody can miss a shot. I mean, these guys are bringing it on offense right now.
Here's James. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
You know, sometimes the intensity of the game can lead to brain-neutral plays like that, guys.
And that's a tough one. But on those illegal screen calls, the defender's never going to get the benefit of the doubt.
Those are facts, man. I mean, if he's sliding his feet just a skosh, the refs are going to whistle him for it.
And the Clippers call time here. They're trailing by one. There's 53 seconds left in the second overtime period. Good stuff. Here's Leonard. And again, no good by the Clippers.
And you get the sense that he's hit a wall here in OT. He just hasn't been much help to them at all offensively.
LeBron against George. 6 on the shot clock. Davis fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
Watch out. Anthony Davis just caught 5.
And that one falls for Davis.
As big a basket as that was, the free throw probably even bigger. Now you've got a 2-possession lead all of a sudden.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're trailing by 4. 27 seconds left to play in the second overtime period. Could not get a winner with just one. To the middle. Here's Beverly. Good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And it's good to see George concentrate on getting the ball to the open man. Excellent floor awareness.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
And when engaged, Rondo is special. A triple-double threat who does a little bit of everything for his squad.
Well, Paul George has been sensational.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure, it's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall.
And really, even at this stage of his career, James just seems ageless. He continues to dominate night in and night out.
That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that will put them up by 2. Now here's Leonard. Can't cash in. And so it's the Lakers who come out on top here. A double overtime game can really take its toll on the players, and after this one, the officials, the fans, everyone's going to have to take a needed rest.
No doubt. I mean, when you have to dig that deep and play with that much determination to get a win, it was earned, and I tell you what, they've got to feel really good about themselves for fighting through.
For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.